Non-siabo, Ghana this year. Yamamunina, Jubia Mamakwa, Basum, Peace. 104.3 was Guso Uti, Brason. Send some coach, Barbara minus some for Waji Bre. Once on a son, and you may have the best more Sacasiabo. And some people say, who neat 100.9, okay, 101.7. Shape House and crying, Abeka Junction, yes, some more dear free. Uko Piemu, I was Antemantemo, Yenrianom. Okromua, na hello 101.5 radio stations in Dawson, Ghana, and I'm on it when you near Bomaka Sibui, a be a doable. As me betoja, no Saka Sibu a Dawson, near the Mwakotini Bini.
Kani Oman Penny Kofwan Weshes Jenny, Adiama Ghana for you now, sir, by Yensi second chamber of parliament here. A bet to me, Abwa Wamani ye papa. I feel would penny away dream Tneni, the ma and this Yamano Kono. Yara Johnson is here, don't catch no Gusa walk up prom. Actually, Ghana for you now says, I'm from Swana, MPP, Abambetina, so one yeno, was the NDC and ye big da.
Ejuma ene ye no we doctor o ma me kura sabi o yare na say o pa mi mu na ye no operation o twa o ma me a ebe ye ya o ja no so obewu ndi twa na say o twa na o yi ade no free ho
Afi wo peni ya wa presi Anthony so aba se ne be obetimi ayim franka e wa MPP amanyo korum ya doctor ya edutum na wo peni na wo so so adwe chese nyame ya adom na Ghana fo ya gi ne tumpa na ban na e ban wo behwe se abato mpesua ba ko bia no woni ye engineers ya wo to ne boase a sponsor wo mo e ye oha enu ya nyame ya adom a wo ba ne obeye e dia ma Ghana fo no no
mo ya na adom na be yo wa peni a constituency dia fi bia mbe kwara oha e be ko engineering school.
Amrase bejeni ya wana nto abato mpesua so na waka kire Ghana ma se no fo mu amodia enti brano ya mundo kiri na madwe bi betomu amohunu na afi mwetimi aso ano
say ukun lamp bi o no for ma interest e cancer but eno interest for hospital.
Wadi afutu anu odin ekwa ma Ghana for se nyoma yedua wa my Ghana mu a empepi ne yeso ase ye de kopie mu amanfo amaso no ye hwese ye betimi etwa so afia so ya wo hwe eja hode wonsam so a kire se eba na eja hode a ye hwese ye nam abefo kwan so ne ye pe no wa my Ghana ye pem koso saade ye beboa ye am ye sika sam etimi akonanim ena nwumrensem pi na ka wehu ane ye si nkonwa ye de esomo ye de aseda emanyuman
aseda nkoma Oson's chemist. Oson's chemist and Oson's Gala capsules, boy, a chidom. MTNC we day for you everywhere you go. High sense is fan to and him say. Electrical appliances in Kwana Opedia any for Nichemo Mushroom be a bay with my body, Quanaquadio dear. Dolphin roofing systems what is Jabia by a coy pie more day. Bribema on chance to be not their board down so. Yamawa fe ecosim Finchami and Santa Mudia Chan Hoka, Umpe in a pay. Budget Cash and Curry Limited say. Blue Jeans energy drink, Papa Pay would just say, Chayam Dina. Enjoy your Jumano and what enough for social mukina. Blue Jeans energy drink. One no who did you ever call you to make a suma samoa, a drawback pet. And no any pepsodent. Spices in the doors with jasso. And yes, spices beyond ye, your henry spices in ye, and no any papano. Jay Amado and Sans say, a do be any as you saw a chain na. And to we a Juma or break would roof ya da now, won't to me na. Obey here drew, a drono, and no one anywhere slip. Ruta natural product with jaso, Ruta mixture, ye the kutia malaria, Ruta titanic and so typhoid the Ruta tashi. When you be none of my bed one more pum de one sama kuye. Lawson Herbal Center, the Lawson local mixture, abajaso. Now drone papa ayonti, a marshal siano nomono. Dr. Lawson no more baso. So why the virgin doctor, a man ne manina ye virgin. Enjoy your banner person ye virgin or him fihoko ya Lawson car mixture. And I make for the amawo. Eco Bank or say the Pan African Bank. Eno ni sika kra bia o modi abefo hye ye adwuma enti ba bia wo kra wo sika no so monfa abefo kwan so ayu sika firi ho na fa betu Ecobank the Pan African Bank woni nyuma ku a ebo ya chidom kasebo ye de ba besom wo akenkan fo ye me Sadat Muhammad Mene
Gaganto lady ohine gwa kasebo ahine Africa sebo na munchemu eni kane Ghana ma pani John Ejekum kofo no wo so adwene ediama Ghana fo nyina se na dwunu de nkebe ya yenkosi second chamber of parliament ya appointment akesia tell it is a National Media Commission and af National Communication Authority obehwe and asafo ne yetimi atoto wo mo ano na ye bedwom nkasa ho dwumedie kase bia Africa Media Bureau mpani fo share na for ton safre no ese ebremu de yeguso a ye dwene ho sem anya bia National Communication Authority na fe National Media Commission ye merge ye nkamom na ntimi mua wodwumedi a wodi amanfo dodo na kire wadwene se wo hwa wa ma penisia ni tumi dɔɔso pa tumi na woguso a wo tibi e de aye adwumanti eba na appointment de otimi sɔre no waka se bia gagantole de mabo odin no NC wo na wo kwada no NMC wo na wo kwada no nti eba ne sa si ya kwatoto wa no ene ne ebeba no kra no ya na ehu echi asem kra ebebre na enu nti na ebremu de wahya ase a wo kyerɛ sem se ne ebeya amanyosem bia nkɔwura mu nti ene yɛte sa second chamber na etimi aboa na wenti ya kwa ma no so na ye ne constitutional lawyer Samuel Fambeti akwa akodi enkomo na ye bi so peni se sansusu ye wei waman Ghana mu ebetimi aye adwuma de anase yatra dadada law akwa abanwumre yi
yo me yewon sumu ni aba
wada ma pomba kwade
nyame adom na monse
o nyame adom ne mpaebo sisi ano ya papa akofo na ehwehwe adwene de ama waman Ghana se nkebeya na dwene mu no yan hwesi ebetimi ate second chamber of parliament key appointment be ebeye to say National Media Commission, National Communication Authority, won betimi ahwe na safo no yetimi avete wamo eno na mebisa se ne kwan so ano no ana ene wo man Ghana mra ebo ebra na se enam so pepepe
yo amemfa akonya na menchia atiefo nyina na say sankomwe say Ghana the format of parliament no the no double chamber friend by bicameral legislature ana enya baako to say the ewo constitution no mu sesia no say nkomo start ya che na the entire say say before the Constitution of Ghana 92 ebeba into effect. That issue no ebai. Say anka yenya no bicameral legislature. Naturally say yebenya lower chamber any upper chamber. Said ye uko amine bi to say Nigeria, UK, any America. Na the other one say so countries na omo practice na omo parliament double chamber no mubia ni wa kwanya ye faso omo bekosa chamber no any the kind of entities ni padoma omo benya kwan akoho no the same thing nte ukwa lower chamber na dia unim se ukwa omai bia parliament bia yeto aba na eyiwo so to say dia no Ghana haya but upper chamber no the mode of election or nomination or appointment to that chamber completely different and it is not any automatic say ebia second chamber ena niema enye particularly partisan issues ena omobedi ho adwuma te yamfanya mfato ho ukwa USA no omo second chamber no friend Senate all the members of the US Senate are elected just like members of the lower parliament omunni appointees bia ho na because of say omo practice federal system no state bia eto abayi senator mienu so but in terms of the election process no omo go through the same process as members of the House of Congress the lower house ukwa UK traditionally yeto abayi bi na appoint bi in terms of their representation of different segments of the society. So, nte sa nkomo no anasa debate no ena lead to the establishment of the Council of State in Ghana here. So, nte if you look at the function now, advocate said the second chamber should play, or who should be members, or who should be either appointed or elected to that chamber no. It is the same considerations and I had a Council of State. And if you now think that there is the need for a second chamber, not just a part, let's say a Council of State, and you're fit for purpose. So, Sanka Council of State, no, are fit for purpose. And I said the council, no, I am a Juma ABC, and then Anka, a year Juma to say, said, yeah, she say, and Yano. Anka, a home here say, you're calling for a second chamber. Because we share the composition now. Our baby and I have also or more members of the Council of State. And can I be say, young converted Council of State into a second chamber. Now, right now, by the design of Council of State, it is under the executive. So if we now want to convert it to be a legislative body, it means it will now be part of the legislature. So the question I want to say, if it is an arm of the executive, as a president, I say, na enye nejume ya. What is the guarantee? Say, yes, son krana yedi abeye second chamber. Ebe to me a perform to say the yepe. And me imagine say Ghana a constitutional arrangement, no. I don't see how designating the Council of State or even removing the Council of State and maybe establishing a second chamber will fundamentally transform how we want to play our politics so that it doesn't become too partisan. Because Sanka Council of State a failure. Because if Sanka am failure, then there should be no need calling for a second chamber. So for the cause for second chamber, the Council of State, you must say, yeah, design say,
no, me cried yet near. I am one kakran say, what's your constitution? Articles 89, 92. It declare say juma composition, Sanya, one bay juma, Sanya betu aba, ye debe yomo, and she say, ya why na anya juma yentina Council of State form, but a constitution. It's clear here. As pele dia mo moment to be fine juma na sisi the call for a second chamber of parliament na si na manfo ahia wo bo hu deruo ya papa kofod na no aba betum
yo na me ka no nte me madwi mu de ni gidi se kwan ya fa so ya tumi sabotage ana ya make Council of State ineffective said the amanfo bi no. Sa kwana na Ghana for first say the second chamber so because Sausha kwaya first Council of State for said okay. It will be a similar format for getting members of the second chamber. So and I don't think that miraculously redesignating or creating a second chamber will it be in addition to the Council of State and answer it will replace the Council of State. So, and these are issues na Osha na say most of the time no we come up with laws and rules and regulations or we create institutions, but how to make it work no kwanya ya befa so amana ye na dwuma se de etie no eno na ya problem. And the minimum de me who say creating a second chamber will be anything different from what the Council of State was designed to be, and therefore it's a feel say Council of State effective. We have to find out why that is, because the entire etisano you could create any different entity be so at the same affliction and every plague is a second chamber no. But ajunchre yanshe say amount for church or margin, but as it is no. Even here, constitutional amendment for such a chamber to be created, and I think the entire for any other prominent persons or much or margin when they say we are going through a process for constitutional amendment, and me feel say you consider as a country now you feel say your features be better second chamber no solve it. the issues are render Council of State no ineffective there. But in terms of say merely creating a second chamber will bring about a more effective governance or a more inclusive government. I beg to differ.
The second chamber we know in terms of democracy and no boaben ebeboa Ghana.
You there etienne say uko countries are omo second chamber no. Mostly issues are enshada enya partisan issue. Unim say parliament say no. Uko ha bibia party asem. Bibia ya amayasem because obia uko parliament no represent a party or maybe it's an independent. So you see second chamber mostly or more either by nomination or appointment or even election. No, they are normally people who represent identifiable groups within the country. Nti say trade union congress, ebia ebewo representative. Okay, and religious bodies, traditional rulers, some of those identifiable segments of society. No, you get people who are representing those interests. Ebia people with disability, ebenya representative in the second chamber. So, and Americano, it is never the same composition or the same function for the second chamber in any country. And say, you better down that route. Who say Ghana for you better not say we say you create a second chamber. No, how do we determine who should be a member of that second chamber, and how do we get the person to be there? And if we can work out those things, mostly it considers matters of maybe non-partisan nature. So the Oko US say no, a confirmation of government appointees is by the Senate, not the partisan House of Representatives. And mostly they don't look at issues from purely partisan position, as it tends to be in the chamber where people are generally elected along party lines. And because of that, it is more of an inclusive and more of a non-partisan approach to conducting the business of the second chamber. And to say, in some of these things so that we can do away with the hyper-partisanship that characterizes issues as they go to the normal or the unicameral legislature. And to, for example, say President I nominate Obi as a judge or as a Chief Justice. But the current parliament, Obia from a partisan point of view. But ABS and functioning second chamber or Oba represented the interests of the generality of Ghanaians, not just politicians or parties. And those who are representing those interests in Ghana will assess that person from those points of view, and then it is more pragmatic than say, me feel say assume way or party way and now or sympathies towards party way. So at least say it will help in some of those areas so that we don't we reduce everything being reduced to partisan interest and political maneuvering.
Law me pato enyumre ya da sepa ne nchirechiremu a wode ama ya ne etiefo nti constitutional lawyer Yewura Samuel Fambeti ene yekoye ne nekodi nkomo nti nkomo ne de ebusuafe na ahya ase emre kwaso na ye bekoso ato aso de amamo
titina ni adema chinyamanyoko NDC ene Owura Johnson asiedu enketia no panyini wade na ase aprobo thank you to asihye so aprobo di na kwakopiemu ewatiwa east ene atiwa west a ewa poema ntemu na bro panyini kokopiemu ewatiwa east no okokura efra na Maritime for community center ene ade hye honum kodi ahia eda wona se papa say 2024 about wo mu no nya agidie ɛwɔ tinyamanyoko NDC mu na wɔto abane boom edema NDC owura se no ketia kasem no na wɔkyerɛ mu sɛ mfom so MPP yeye onim sɛ ka ho binti ɛna Ghana for to abane boom sa edema NDC enti na wɔn so wɔnya kwan na wɔbɛtena abedwa kɛse esu sa mfom so wɔn nuanom yeye no nkoye bi da ɛnde obetima hyɛ Ghana for bɔ wɔ ho na mmom wɔyɛ nsiesi ɛsɛfata na atumi abɔ Ghana for nyina nidasoɔ ɛwɔ amanyɔsɛmu na wɔnya nidasoɔ ɛwɔ Ghana mu owura Johnson asiedu nkatia kyerɛ mu biom sɛ wana wo som wan kane aban mu no my Ghana sika ofum no se brato ene won tena ho mom nkodi wo mofu nya akese sika no se sempo akurampo mo beje ede amoman ne biem wo se ano ne asikire nti achama wuntumi na num ho aposifo che no wo se nya chama wuntumi nko anipa ne doso yeguso ene ebereko no Ghana fo bete se ya chi asimesi ya chi kwabra ne ya chi obenten obekọ so achi obi ankosi se obi bia wi Ghana sika no be sade aba biemu enya sade ene ukɔhyɛ bi bonsa botom kro ɔbɛkye no wadi sika ne dia ɔmama ne biem owura Johnson asenu katia gyina so ɛsɛ nyamsum kom mpenifoɔ ɛsrɛ oku ahodoɔ srɛ Ghana foɔ nyinaa sɛ Ghana foɔ te sɛ NDC foɔ firase kyekye amanfo mo nkɔka sɛ yanom no ɔmo ba yɛ mo ma Ghana foɔ sum yu ɔmo dabi ɛyɛ ne yie yo nti agya papa so ɔpa ngoma so nye nanum de na emom ne yie yo enti ɔbɛhwɛ hunu so ɔbɛkye obi bia kosi sɛ sika bi ɔmo die no ɔmbɛsɛ tu Ghana foɔ de ɛde ama ɔmo biem ne kokora mu no ɛna owura Johnson asenu katia o kyerɛ mu sɛ wabra na NDC bɔnto ato ani sodi hu ne ama Ghana for ye ko 2024 abatom no owura John Dramani Mahama the then candidate ɛde to Ghana for nim sɛ wɔba ɛne asoafo wɔyi mu na boro so kora yɛ aduosia ɔba yɛ aduosia pɛpɛpɛ moro so edi adanse sɛ no kodidie ɛna NDC for de bɛsum Ghana ti Ghana for nya gidie ɛwɔ NDC mu so ɔbɛhyɛ ɔman no ama ɔman na yɛ kama
also afremo enti so onim sɛ bɔne ba de a bɔne no ɛsɛ ekura no doctor adwuma ɛna yɛ no woyɛ doctor wo maame kura sɛbe ɔyare na ɛsɛ wo pai ne mu na woyɛ no operation a wotwa wo maame a ɛbɛyɛ ya wogya no hɔ so obewu enti twa na ɛsɛ wotwa na woyi yadeɛ no firi hɔ akyekye no deɛ afei ne ɛhyɛ aseɛ yɛ nuru baabiara obi biara yɛde ɔman agyapade ama no ayɛ no basaa biara no ɛsɛ sɛ wotua ho ka na wɔyi ka sɛ me na ɛsɛ menya wɔyi manya ɛne ɛnsɛe me na ɛsɛ nkaeɛ yɛ me se me nsa nka ɛnsɛe ɛnneɛma yɛ a ɛkyekyɛ yɛne mo nyinaa na kaa sɛ Nana Akufo-Addo ne ministafoɔ dɔɔso dodo
owura Johnson asiedu nkatia ne na atwa aguei na ne ka sɛ kyerɛ no Maritime fo hene ɔsabɛma Kwame Kɔ enso ka sɛ bi a wɔsrɛ NDC ne mpanifoɔ sɛ bɔ hyɛ wɔde hyɛ Ghana foɔ ne sayo so nti Ghana foɔ nso hwɛ so ɛto abane de ma NDC no na kopa yɛ wɔ na dom a wabɛtena bedwa kɛsieso yi ɛne bɔ hyɛ ne sɛ na yɛ ketewa kora mpo te sɛ ntate a wɔhwɛ hu ne sɛ obedi so na Ghana foɔ hu ne sɛ NDC ɔmo ka ɔmo yɔ ɔso bepie mu Maritime foɔ sɛ ya ɔmo de school pa ne hia ɔmo ɛne health center baabi a ɔho dodo ɔbɛkɔ akɔgya yaresa enti ɛno nso wopa asɛm aka kyerɛ nyame aka kyerɛ mframa tetena ni de ma NDC abɛpie mu wɔ now so yi de ɔbɛfa ne so na to Ghana ma mpanyini no wɔsoafo ɔhwɛ saa mpuntuo no so sɛ Maritime foɔ ɔmo hia school ɛne aresabea
General Mosquito Akwaba Daniel Osaye Party titreni ema NDC ɛsɛ mo twɛ mo ani hwɛ atiwa man na mo ma aniema ɛbam na no ɛna bɛboa party ɛno ɛna bɛboa Ghana man Ghana yɛ politics a yɛyɛ no yɛ a na duru baabi a na ɛya ɛsɛ ha deɛ ɛyɛ wenum party anaa wenum constituency enso nyinaa yɛ Ghana foɔ nea yɛsrɛ ne sɛ mu kyekyɛ ɔman no abodo no a wɔn bi nso yɛ so yɛn nso yɛ Ghana foɔ
ɔsabɛma Kwame Kɔ ɛyɛ Maritime foɔ hene ne ka sɛ kyerɛ no atiwa East DC krache wɔremanyafo ɛnɛ so usun team wɔn nso ka sɛ bi aseda ɛna wɔde ma NDC amanyɔkuo ne titiri ne owura Johnson asiedu nkatia sɛ wɔba yɛ yi ɔmana montuo no wɔn hyehyɛ yempo kyɛsɛ ama Ghana mu atima adwo fam ne yɛkukuru mpo ne yɛbɛsoa sɛ ahyɛsɛ mpo atima yɛ kama sɛ yɛne mfinhyia mmienu ne mmiɛnsa deɛ wɔgyidie sɛ Ghana nneɛma bɛkɔ yie pɔɔpa
ɛyɛ adwuma no ɛde da party no ɛne aban no so sɛdeɛ ɛbɛyɛ as national chairman nti medeɛ mehu ne sɛ ne dwuma bi a wɔredi ɔate as MP ɛma constituency bi te sɛ yɛsɛ ɛyɛ ne MP a wɔyɛ NDC yɛtɔ so na ate as constituency a yɛnni minister ɛsei na ɔba as a district executive no yɛka kyerɛ no na wo cabinet meeting a wɔtumi aka sɛ yɛwɔ constituency meeting sɛ tiwɔ esi a minister ni hɔ CEO ni hɔ MP ni hɔ ɛdade ne adwodwi nyinaa party fo a wɔhyia nyinaa executives every day wɔn bɛka sɛ DC yɛba yɛnya ahwɛ no ne nyinaa nam so eti so ɔba sɛ yɛ a yɛtumi aka ne sɛ asodie no mefa mu bi yɛ wɔ ase no na deɛ aka no nso ɔnkaeɛ na sɛ dede bi a wɔyɛ a wɔdom yɛn no ɔnkɔ so na wɔnom yɛn.
Onumanyanfo Ernest Owusun team ɛyɛ Atiwa East DC Krachi Dr. Bobobo ɛna de amanebo yi ɛbɛsomo yɛn
Amrase bedwani a wogina hɔ ade ma ade hyɛ ɔnanto abato empɛsia so na wode wani kyerɛ mu ɔman Ghana Amrase bedwofia wɔyɛ ranking member ɛde mu abedwoko yi a wɔhwɛ apomode wɔnsɛm so Dr. Mohammed Sharif Abdul Halik na wɔpani ne wɔkasa to Ghana man nyinafo ɛsɛ enufo na etua oboso no enufo no ebusua ɛyɛ waawodea enti bra no wote hɔ no mu a na wato oboase wode wonsa asom na wodokyiri so abɛhyɛ aseɛ efi umoto ase shemu ana afi wususom na umia ne nkakrakra ntu umia saa na de aba beto ano ne saa ne wamia se bia ensuo bi befiri mu apie fitaa bi beba ana se wumia so na ohwese madwoa bi wo mu a eno sa wo hu pepepe se madwoa ne se yekuma se afi na ahya ase a edwedwa na se aye akese pa no wasifu ani di ka kire mu ayawsabia na doctor fo mu ye nimdifo wo ma bene pa ento obo ase na enufuim wo mu ntimi nhwe ho asem enkam wasisa benya madwoa bia ne ebehu akokuramwom madwoa ne bi wo hono ma yehu pe afi na ahya ase a edwedwe ntino wo mutimi kura ya ne ntem na anane anaso wo mutimi ma waduram ebetimi etu ase wade sansem wagina to dwabra na mpanifo ya amamre ne amane obi anim se edu October say dia ne yebode wuro akire Ghana ma wiase nyina se nufo mu kokuram ne dia honom na mema kura ya no mo kawo na so percentage no mpanifo bu nkonta na o se ya na mema no mo nnoso wa ham nchichembe se edu pe ena ya wo motanya breast cancer ne bim nanso ema ne de ya na edoso pa enti wasese se wo your ban ansa na abehwe se onufo no wo dochiri nya abofra ne pe ena wose wonum enu se webu wonse wie no obetimi ada honom ti woda honom a na wonufu se bia benkum de na wodi nifa na ebehwe ase dochiri obedochiri ahase afi motom aba besia no se nifa no so asa pepepe to be no cross pollination na etimi abo sisi ade se na eguso aye ka ho asemi ye mpese obi beka so nipa we ya simesi ya wofiri mu de eye kokram yade na to na nufu mu ntim e na wonam so ti na nan wonse dom enti wo hwe afi we de na asempo omo anwene de ato so ne se ya na wa hye no so no wahu ne ntam se na ebe ye betimi ahwawo na ho etimi atowom wase kokram yade ba so pepepe wo mo doctor fo obeto obo ase ahwawo ntino e ma na ni kwansa wo hu ne sa na atena se na madwoa ne ehwa no wakosofo honom yemmɔ mpae ma no ne yɛde zomi anonte wɔyere ne yɛde fa no ho wase wo yɛ saa na wote honom na ekodu saa stage 4 ne dia afei yɛ ho hwia na enye ye biom
say ukun lamp bi or no form interest or cancer but no interest for hospital bibia or no for say color na change ana say nipples no a change color ana say one who say nsuo bi flu no for no ba no interest one cancer but interest for hospital na doctor for share say we no dey ukun hospital doctor for on be examine on be more test you say breast cancer no was stages from stage 1 to about stage 4 say or breast cancer, now you stage 1 and stage 2. You bet me bibia ko ye and then you get a cure. But you and sheni ye na could do breast as ABI says here a free no for now call ABI to the bones or somewhere else. I spread it beyond the breast. It makes the treatment difficult.
Amrase bedwani amanesi hono man wasi wenti na NDC ababet na so no wabɔ foto kɛseɛ paade ɛma Ghana fo a saa wɔ ha no wɔn fam titiw ɛne kokramana sa wɔ saa ne ho ka Mahama Cares Fund no wɔ hɔ no ma ebetimi abɔ wɔ dom
ya te fund bi ya first fund no Ghana Medical Trust Fund sa fund na eno so ya friend Mahama Care sa fund no government anase government we ate no so that nipa oya ebia or cancer, breast cancer, cervical cancer bia sa nipa no ana or renal disease on here dialysis sa nipa no bitumi akọ through sa fund no na government ani sika kakra ta no so no de ayede wakwa hwe mpom die so.
Emrase bedwani ya wegyina hwade ma de hia wa wananto abato ampasia so na wodi weni kyerem wa my Ghana mrase bedwofi abedwokoya wa mo sha pomoden wonsam so wa ye ranking member Dr. Mohammed Sharif Abdul Halik Nensam no na president Edema Breast Society of Ghana Dr. Josephine Nsafo wa no kasa no say wo sha my Ghana mu a mammogram efidie na America no obi kurante da mammogram efidie no enu se wenya 40 years ekono kwa na ya show nufu na ehunu se bia wa how be beto wa na kokran bi ba na no matimi asia no kwan dia ma wa se Ghana ha no no so to wasra ba mu benefo se bra oguso a wo ya amanyosem no mammogram no so wo monto ne bebre na ntime mu a.
We know and we have evidence that when we get to diagnose breast cancer early, breast cancer is curable. So throughout this October and beyond October, throughout the year, we will be advocating for early detection through breast screening. And then, of course, we're advocating for mammogram machines and the human resource that needed to man them. And so we are appealing also for governmental and non-governmental agencies to decentralize treatment such that it will be available across all the regions of the country. And we believe that will change the breast cancer narrative of Ghana.
Anti President ya wada Breast Society of Ghana no Dr. Josephine Nsafo Nensam no na sa no for story way George say na wade ebesum yen senia na wache se ne wade to wade ba yenti na wache die eye no for die
Dr. Yaw o say adutwum openyini ankane na o yadusu asoafo wono anso ne esi ade hye obosom twen na mu omrase bedwafie wondi mu hyemra no openyini wade na ni sodi hunadi se ne kondo pa so otu franka ewo MPP amanyoko ni dimu na 2028 about mu no wogina amanyoko ni dimu ekopretumi no openyini so ogu aproboso ne sodi hunu wo ton de ma wona wosi ahene ewo MPP mu se won hwe so na abre ne so a won fa 2 mini manwo na won so ntimi him franka wa amanyoko ni dimu na probo no watu ni din edidaso aprobo hope to na hope to the doctor yo said twuma kopie mu ewa santemantamu wa bra woni wona wosi ahene edi esia na wo sere won say nipa enna ya woka hunu mo mu nyina yi omanim no obi asafata nanso ni atumi no mo de ma no obetimi aboa na nkurumde na ba de wo san ho a ene na chese wo koto amenem ono nko a ne gina bra ne obetumi aboa o se ne onim ku ne gina kono wa bra wo som ye se disuaso afo Ghana fo nyina anim ensisa pa eye adwuma ewo Ghana edisua mu na wasade na koma so wade se Ghana fo ma ne ho kwan na otu franka wa manyoko ni dimu na wokoso kokopire o mampani na ne nsa kan a en engineers a obe producer ma o man Ghana no enye fadi agro eno nti no obetima se Ghana fo bo se wana wosi ahene ma ne ho kwan na Ghana fo so nya ne mugidi a eni abato obi ampeso aso every constituency edusua fo be ye wo ha ene obefo mo ho aka scholarship ibi na engineering wetima kwakosua technical fields ahodo na tese atumi abo na constituency bi ya no ye engineers wo ho na atumi abo Ghana wo say ye bebo dama ye sha se wo fie nti o de Ghana fo kwana bato mpesu aso edusua fo 113 one sponsor o mo musu engineering ewo University of Mines and Technology wa abo o mo dodo afen so edusua fo 20 no wo ye nhyehyeye se o mo so be sponsor o mo no makosua medicine ni nyina no Ghana ye yonti enti ogina so no wasere wona wosi ahene ewo MPP mu say wono ankasa yesa wo twade ato ho adusua mu no wo mo hwe so na wo nya ne mugidie o mo nto banfama ne se frankatufo na frankatufo di brani bekura ne nsam a 2 minutes die se ne sitie wo betimi age edama MPP
maybe the minimum say amanyosem yedi nipa yi amanyosem de peje nipa so amanyosem de peje nipa de awo peje amanyosem because do that say na ima enne maame ewo na maame no me kan say maame me show be na o junior high school too because me show be maame no bu nkotoje esuin owie na me ko pokuar me free senior high school by eno owie pokuar no na me ko medical school UDS ene ima medical doctor enya politics up nya class my baby sabi am no ka say no nkwala wo ha aduasa a mfie mienu echi no wo nyina be wie university as engineers medical doctors 20 almost over moya na dom na be yo ma pania constituency dia afi am de nkwala wo ha ebe ko engineering school
Dr. Yaw o say adutwum na aprobo ade hyehyɛ so asante mantamu yi ene wona wosi ahene delegate dodo na chese twetwe wo na wodo woni monya bepie mu ewo dwumadi ase duro na afiri sekire afram plains afiduase asokore dwaben e na chese beben saa afa no wasantema ntem na wonyina no wobaye na mpenufo bi kasa ya doctor yo said twum omabo na baso papa chirem se wobaye esapa otwade to ho ewa dusuanfo no aso mani dodo.
And yeah, now make the appointment to education. I'm a younger brother. My friend Chamanits and all the minister number man. It was just a text message, normal SMS. Sabre I make as a teaching appointment. Oh yeah, Ejuma. As a teacher. Oh, Kasamuno. What the normal so quality? Actually, say, who you be? Yes, Sumawa. I think I'm really but Nanka baby, but I say, you see every day over. It's a Ghana. There's a fun place here, the folks about you. Maybe Katibu, I can pay but then, doctor, from family, yeah, you will 1 year, you said. Yeah, great. Yet, nam a 2 hour is here. Don't yet the party bar. As you do, baby, yeah, 2 hours. That's what I'm saying. I will him. That was the Michel, Doctor Yao, and Yamini, I know where they Amano. Said you was your work, I say, when you're there, when you're media, Yapa, Yampa, and Koya, and Yabaka, and Paibu. If you were to buy all kinds of Yara, who can tell you, Yara, Yara, in
Mpenufo bi esi ahene ewo NPP amonyuko no mu awo wa asantema ntemu wo ne doctor ya wo se de twum ekodi ehia ebi ne na atwa guyi
ya to akase ebo so ayede ni chemu asafofro aso engineer set ma hu wono ye pani awodi ne djuma ewo aso ya wo hwe eja hoden won sam so wo my Ghana me beka say wo ye director ya renewable energy wodano na wasisisi ya no wo hwe wo my Ghana mantem dunsia no eba ne energy won sam a ye kase bia ye na ma befo kwantempo so na bi eja hoden no ye nse timi aka fi nsuom sisi ya Ghana de nsuo ye dada ewie mu de mframa mu de bi de kra de o mo chese plant no wasi na kwa na ye koyenim na eboa ye sika sam hyehyɛ fa pempapapa ɛna afi social sectors bi te se kuaye ɛna afi so kɔbedie dia wɔ se eboa ye pa na wɔde sansem wagina kɔto dwam ɛwɔ bedwom nkasa ho dwumedi e course na wɔkyɛ sɛ energy master plan sɛ pa na besia kɔnom wɔ my Ghana ye hyase ye sɛ ye ka ho asɛm ye bɔ ho dewro no empempenso ben ye timi duro no wɔ se wɔde wɔgye bra bɔbrɛ so na afi wabu nkonta energy capacity a Ghana for ye ka sɛ yensa Aye 256 megawatt na kire se wasi ebi wom pa nanso sisi aban wo ye teso ye NDC aban sem wo manisi honom a wo gusu a wo ye hyehyɛ so ayere so a bense mfirihye num ye di wo my Ghana nim de wo mbetimi atrem kama ama Ghana fo atimi enya so mfa so wasi afi no ebi wo honom a wate ho asem wate renewable energy de bad wasi anu kra dia eba ya che UNDP fo na afi so master plan wo mo kabo mo kire se 2018 ena mpenifo ye hyehyɛ ya wo mutimi da ne dia na se wo pa wontoma na afi we dia nia wo mo ye ne sesi anom ewiase guso a ekɔ nanim esi a bibia ya IT wo hia wo nua no wo kasa technology o ya kwa ne digital nti se ano wo mpɛ so wo mo ya nom wo mpɛ so wo mo da mu se ne awie mu nsakra ye dwumadi asitie adesua wo mu sua titire no se yade COVID-19 ya atwe ne ti ɛwɔ Ghana ne wiase nyina nti wo ha no mo sua ye nom ɛno nti na wo mpɛ se afi we die ye mpɛ se ye behu no sam na botaye a wo hwɛ nim so onsa betimi aka ne se we na bɛboa sɛ ne bɛyɛ a eja hoɔde boam wo se bɛba fom tie bia wo fie na yusu esi bɛyɛ 10 enkane edu wo yusu bibia edu he bo so mo so ne ye se light boy ye gyewa kitua bi fiansa anoma ba num no ɛbɛba kra tua kra se a ECG fo we die mi akra mpɛ se me kyɛ musika ne bi ka ho na afeso mebunu atimi anya dwuma ye entini nkyerɛ mu no enie.
The Public Facility Sustainable Energy Action Plan is meant to push the government agenda beyond its current boundaries by ensuring that we are using renewable energy to create the various nexus within the economy to be able to expand the growth of this country. We're looking forward for renewable energy playing a crucial role in the agricultural sector. We're also looking forward for renewable energy playing a crucial role in the transportation sector. In the key sectors of the economy, we want to see this happening, and this has been taken care of in the plan. We are also pushing the energy transition agenda as a country so that by 2070, we'll have a net zero energy economy.
Ania Yokotia, one year penny, I wash renewable energy, one some so as so ya, wash a jam, what there was some so, your right engineer, set Mahunis some, I don't know. Now, penny out when it shemu, our UNDPC, I wash environment, now for so climate, so, Saif Abdul Razak, Wakasan, watch about Tayentia, what my gun at Chidom.
I'm sure a lot of you are wondering probably the relationship between agric and renewable energy. But I must say that something that is very close to us. The reason being that for the next 4 years, we at the Agric Ministry and of course our President John Mahama has tasked us to ensure that we do all year round farming. Now all year round farming involves a lot of irrigation, and irrigation means a lot of power to pump, to power the pumps. And looking around, it is only one solution, which is solar energy. And so solar energy is something which is which can be used to help us do all year round farming.
Dr. Saif Abdul Razak wano penia wada environment and climate one some so UNDP sansem we Henry akwesi minka and a trade beso me
Ekwa wondin any Association of Natural Rubber Actors of Ghana and wadin shemu sunku bi asese so secondary takradimu na weni ne deka ekwa yi enshemu bi ati say wahwe asese na wotonsa de frɛ penye kwankyerefo a wada Tree Crop Development Authority and opinion yantimi anko entina do nisem o reside hye na bedi akire owura rich kofi tuo anum ema ne kogina na namu ekasai na owura kofi tuo kasa emu no ena odi tudwa say aban ne sisi ebi egu apono so say akuafo kwate roba no a ena sa roba no yemfa ne sa nkwa amoro ne nemum poto kasa mu ne kasa be add value ne be hwe na aye ne sa no mo say o mo ne aban ya adwen pa esan say ene roba yi akuafo kwate wi a na chese ya hwehwe egu adiem na chese ya de kwa amoro ne omo na won fidi omo nko dane na omo fanya niema na omo sa de aba ye twa sika kese na yato ebo oman ne ka emwa eni ntina aban dwene ho se ne ye be add value a ye be sim fidi dwuma ene na roba na akuafo kwate ba ye de be ko factory na yetimi add value ye de be dane ani kakra na yaton de amamrofo no anya hwekwa na be sa aboa ama menya dwuma nya na ate so mo oman no so sika bam owura kofituo e kire nsemu.
Those already in the rubber industry and those who have the interest to grow rubber so that it could increase production of rubber in the country. But it doesn't stop there. As it stands now, we are only processing to the TSR stage and then we export. But as a country, we believe that Ghana has come a long way to further process that TSR into finished goods like the ties and also other important products that we have on the market that is made out of rubber. So we are taxing the association to also think through together with the authority to put together factories that would go into the last end. We want to work together. The authority is a regulator, so the authority is there for everyone. It's there for farmers, it's there for the interest of processors, it's there for the interest of traders, it's there for the interest of exporters.
Ora rich kofi tuo penya be de akira wada Tree Crop Development Authority ano na ne kasa akira no president a wada ekuyi me kire Association of Natural Rubber Actors of Ghana no ene owura Emmanuel Kofi Usu kwasi usu wonu so gina so esira aban mpinfo kan bi wom say won fa nchie pongu apono so wona wodua roba bebo na chidom o se na roba no chese ne bo na fom kwa na ekọ emwa ema chese enye Ghana fo akono ne titiri ne mabunu no se roba dua won fo won hunhyem afi nso omo roba fo do so no ene wote a obehwe na onam se bu akwan so na wo ton di o ma ga na ye nya so mfa so ento besra ban sa ban fa nchie pongu apono so roba no ne to no eno so betimi aya akono na Ghana wona wodua roba no so wetimi aton ne kwampa so wonya sika na o man no so enya so mfa so
Etienne sesisia no nkrofo exporti raw rubber no enti emma processes no enya enough rubber and process na the Etienne say rubber ebetwi ekuafo fuom dan no process e wo Ghana ebetimi process ni na ebi enka tiani a major challenge na sa we hu sunsuanso no the other challenges aba ebi ne say sesia no rubber no wo mu twa ne bia bia if say wo mu pe dododo na ye de akwama no ne enti rubber dua no so wo twa ne ye a betime twa no mfie eduasa ni na so sesia no essence sa de we enti ye twa ne bia wo ma ewo nimde san komo kwekuafo no so no church ro mu nyina amani nyina no apaba if say eyesikasem
Ora Emmanuel Kwasi Usu openyini ni president awada Association of Natural Rubber Actors of Ghana kuno ano na eno akire no deputy president Western Regional House of Chiefs Nana Kwasi Ajiman na nanso etu na numutuo
Senior the factories aba. What's the value kakraba ka ones kana koso. Na obinum say ye adwuma ye. Na rubber ye dua no onbor one desire. No happen to no dey makwan mo je rubber no. So was rubber no kwa. We say no ye rubber no bi. No hono we ya factories na do we why ye. Na nuanom no so we say na ye adwuma ye. Nti ma dwen kyerɛ me de. Nhwe wo me mba mozen de ye besi kwan. O say na rubber we ye nsisi no onbor factories no do. Nti ohia de oba export no road mala. Na ye value kakraba ka ho. Oba me sika kase. Omama nkofo say ye adwuma ye. Na sika aba omam. Me look abanaza. Ye tuma ton more de ton na why am fa so ame.
Deputy President, Western Regional House of Chiefs, Nana Kwesi Ajimai Nene, and Echegu Yapia Dankwa Rock FM, Namanipo, Eno.
Ma yenko PM Watchifo Mampon, ye no, I watch for Atimo Kwame Sim or Fifi Mantamo Galam Samena, and I would jala ni Pami and Sadia Sebia Bushayaka say, gone too soon. Oh, why, what a shock. And ya try your dear Bio when you Nana say, now 1 year soon 7, and I know Gusha Warrior Juma, I were illegal mining pits anymore. Now Gusha Warrior Juma Nasa, Sini Bufu Yasamo, see a Casachama Muntie, Tumofa Muntie, send ya Ghana for soon, Yanu Demunjai Galane ye, Munjai Galanu to no Chirasa Modia, ya come as soon as Fabem cum now quack of any farm, Nasi one Esseno, and yes, I dear met him bibiki to ebi, now we made Chema Mampon Hayana made Chemum, enti assassin Bugumum, any Pamian Sunny dear Mananum, Emine Wamokra, 9 and answer 4 neck, come with dear Chirasa, woman Yomutri demum, now so we at Rosha Wamua, will be on man about Chawa side and no where to Chikakra, will be a hot my Elquan is no where to Chikakra, and I'm so, Emma Barnum Sinim, I watch you for Timo Kwame Simu, Isaac Yosin, Wakasana was or in Cassium, I was a see a so brimpon appear, Nuama, Wabasane Papa Assassin, Dianidia, Nasa Sisum Pony Cassim, Sa were yene at Torrenta man who did say, Essie was say, Nadia working in Anna says, Yana Bambo for an idiom, 1 more year my film with you, send your bay illegal mining, ye bet me to us, Yentinana, 1 more 2 and wet him net me abwa, near to us, Yententem.
Galamsey Peter, in an old China football, Ghana, hey, Fienum, a confiance, and Muka, your Mahatam Ranoso. Randy for son and your mother and say, do an adwa, not a more real more, aqua pit and aqua age. I know, and a full Antwata, in Yanomi and saying, Aqua Jomu. And one idea, Pinomuka say, or more to Prass of Hospital, or Monji Ayare. Oba, the district, you were 2 paramounts, you were truthful, and a Timopa. Now, truthful man, you know, it was El Crunua, Sassam way, they see. But then I koshia, said an woman, and I'm modoro, and then so. And can name some random for your one I look a year. And then so, and what the rule will say, if in the Duke, well, wouldn't him out of 2 nice sites will be on. Nanamo, Embra, a choke. Sanson and an umbra churia, a quaint piasso, your domafa, Sambra.
And this year, Manesi, one man was wedia, walk can one sound so canibium, walk Casasa Bememu. Nidia work can say, yes, and this year by tia say, Ubertu from a good mining derby, a binding tia nemum, se woo to a fa quino so, a quine tenenoson of fire juma, nemo muntimin shade, na sikaka crater fire, so wamokrana, air by day workers, he say, a day who now could 2 from a good year beer, Yama were 200 Ghana cities, 300 Ghana cities, and Tino my Ghanaian sassy, a quiet bread to an hour senum, was here banny saying, Shahi.
When a year fast so your boy in your animal cock, say a sermon, and Mebuna Abba, or my penny castle in 2 from with you. Young fat and braquine so, young fat quan papa so, young ye permitted by ye man, who ye Jumana. We not commission for Baby Dimochi, ye peer for Baby Dimochi, who say Jumana more young, who ye Mahataso, no more ria, as also Aji assassin, up a back view. My Uku home part, well, who say Sabio, ye Juma or Prada. The Mestre, Dissect in Yabre, as someone see Yampono. Your course sites, Oqua Minimuka say, Ocopraso police station, and more machines are yet Giago. Now, so, and maybe not quite here, oh, more man yet, as some Bessie and Son, why they? What?
About them senior watch you for Timokwa, and no, I will 15 man tempt Isaac Yoss and some no. Now, ye near bear my list well. I wanted a Costa, as a man FM. Eddie.
As I heard Ghana, I wanted their own Samso. Aka said ya tuja say wani so di hunu pa ni say anyina ma hoden no obetrɛtrɛ na awura Ghana fo na anyina titiri ni nkurase obia benya kanea na watumi adamu na afen so omode atrase na African countries atwa yehu ahia so ya ton kanea yi bi dia ma omode anya sika na ye di awasa yesire mu sɛ ne Ghana mampanyini wada na di o Bloomberg Philanthropist Global Forum ase pepepe prem to breka se boso no wahene wa kese bo ahe ani penyina wakasa edema ahonede aso ye wura Richmond Roxen mranim ni atwetwe nkomo na wo chirim say Mission 300 initiative ayada na die no botae ne ya ba ko pe ene say ye beboa na hwie be 2030 die nyina mahoden kanea no ebeduru achichi na enkonko ba say awon yo mo de omunim kwa mabefa so no manya kanea no mbeda sumu na ama ye de hu kwampa ne yebeda kanea mu wo say ye hwe ni mu say hwie be nipa be 300 million die by 2030 obi abenya kanea na watumi adamu wo say Ghana ye yenhye ye say by 2030 ekọ na chi honom no nipa be 600 million Africa Ghana ebetimi ama won kanea na kanea ne ye de mo omuso enkonko ye fa mekwa ometua ama Ghana nso aboa yen ama yesikasem atumi akwanimu
program World Bank together with Africa Development Bank and Rockefeller and Sustainable Energy for All. Omodia to Jano, your friend Mission 300. The Mission 300 with time is even making sure the electricity supply Akan 300 million people in Africa by 2030. Obesha Africa around 600 million people now only access to electricity. Fortunately, no Ocean Ghana, you're making progress. This year, they were around 89%. Now, by any share, they say, we'll be pushing that 89%.
Na enwachi no ene owura Richmond Roxen mradimni wo chirim so bibeka say na Ghana ha say no kanea no obi anya bi awie na ebi akwamono ne o se an omunim enhwehwemu chirim say nipa be yoha mu nchichemu aduwatwe nkono 89% de ene kanea na ebi adu na boboa no kakra aka no empenufo na yomugu nchiche so endi chebi ene Ghana fa na nyina ba bia be wura bia no kanea no ebi beduru ho hwie be 2030 de sani so de huni Ghana e beduru ho enti omani so de hunu se kanea no omani beton bi ama hodo atwe hu ahia no e ma Ghana fo yemu chiche omo ho Ghana e betumi aye no dodo.
Fortunately, no Ocean Ghana, you're making progress. This year, they were around 89%. Now, by any share, they say, we'll be pushing that 89%. So, I go 100%. They make sure, say, the beer Ghana, you know, in Namkania and electricity. So, my penny at the Ghana Energy Compact on launching, she share, by any making sure, together with World Bank, any other partners, by 2030, Kenya, the COVID beer, oh my God.
Ora Richmond Roxen wa mranuni ono ane kasa edema ahonede aso ye prem to braka se boso woni wa hene wa kese bo ahen twetwe nkomo ena nsem yi wodi tudwa
Emrasa Bejani ya wagina ho de ma de hye we Sutifi North Mensimu Dr. Ebenezer Akwekuado and workers asesi ade sisi ano wase NDC aban na te so sa na te no na nia worker cha ne manfo nyina ne se won ntotro so kwan no akire nso awurade wase kwan ne de wonim sa ne manfo te super se kwan ne nye wase enokre sisi aye kasei aban wei eni Newmont Ghana penifo aka bom se boa ba kwa de a nyame ya adoma nche sa project ne de ne atie bia moni bete no se wo mu yi kwan no de atoso wase wo ka ne se obi bebisa se nti Ghana fo kwan ne be yama ye sika be ne da no so we de we ya ye kan wasem se contractor no sika ne bibia da ho fefefe tini dia ne so obebisa so mumma miska na ndia kan ne wa ne dia hye ne sem wase se won wie pa dia site honom nya dia kwan bia so wo firi honom na nyame ya adoma enche mpanifo gu so ya wo ye hyehye sem won behwe die kuma bofom se sa kwan ne de yanye na afi yemfa nsoma de hie na sa kwan ne be kwan bia wonam so asphalt wase kota tumse ya en wode pete so
free achensu ekosu na kwan no ye nyina ye bi adanse se very much kwampe aye ntotro so man ne okasa no oka ade tunja se NDC aban ya bai Dora John Dramani Mahama edi animo no ade sa kwan ama contract in fact jumadia enye sekane no ye hu se contract dia akokwan so na bosome me santem ana bosome nsiantem o keke na kira kwan ya hu bio eti ameka sa ne se the source of funding ye de ebeye kwan no menemo kasa no fully funded by government and a Newmont adwumayeko no
Emrasa Bejani ya wagina ho de ma de hye we Sutifi North abato mpesua so Dr. Ebenezer Akwekuado ne nsam no na anu si na afi wo henkese anu wo boni din won totro so brema twireku ampem wo kasa na wo se wedie aban ya de pa nyame nhira aban na wo ka kira ne manfo se nananom tiase die kwan no wo mbewie
Womo say womo guso eye womo apesi kakura de amano na watumi aye adwuma no ya behwe ne yesa atuanamo aba na sede be ya afahye se mo bedru na bridge yewura otumfo oka kire me da bia se opeso oye den obeba ntotro so ha obeba ntotro so ha ye mpese obesa akwa no ho akwa no wanam kwam gigigigigi na yeden no so ewo ho no mo a ya besre se bridge no ya behwe na bibia agui eye ntotro so sunyane ekwae eno so yani ani etu ho anamom yani mu nyina na etu anamom no a na ni montofo so esan yire wo mu a se kwae o mbefa so a wo mu ni aba ne be kan bomu na sa akire nsu ya ebesena ko sunyane ekwae no eno so yenhwe na yenye
ani ekotie bai ma twireku ampem wono ene ye ohene kese pa won totro so sansen we atiawin Mohammed ene de besom yen
se Ghana for bekaya beye afi etwa mu da ku recorder sore ya wo fa data enya adwuma call nso oya enko na enu akire na wana wonim de ewo nkitahudie ne nkrato mu nsem bebo ya amane se fiber bi eda nsu asene ne boa ema ye network ne ye internet se ho nsem koye no ate enu na chese ama network ko esi one time ene Ghana fo bi kura mpo fa ho de yasem sere ye tire mu se ma me wata wo nsu asesoma ne mama ba eba asase so Ghana mranti awema yayi ehun abufuo ena chese ma me wata ne nuanom ne ma o makeka fiber ya tini na weina osofo a ohwe amononi kitahudie hu nsem so orumanyamfo samale kujeto ablakwa openyin wakase de tuja se Ghana ye ni abre pa se wono wa ya na chese wo bokro no ewo nsuo so no omudwumadie no ya bra no wase ne etu won so sa ya anum ya na bere bi atwom omokode chese kro no bo akọ omho ka fa ba ya ma ye network hu nsem ya bibi ho orumanyamfo kujeto ablakwa se ye ni abre se Ghana Africa ye wa bibire ma to ya West Africa yi ye bedi omunyina nim ya pesika na yetimi dia ko nsuo so kro no bo na atumi aboa na wakyina bi no fiber na ho ansa ankoka ama ye internet ho nsem so anko daade na urumnyafo samolo kujeto abla kwa kire mu sei sesedi so de hunu no betumi abamu a Ghana ye de yakoma so ade na nso agya ye ni baw ne de tu sana mo no sedi so de hunu no bebamu a dise wiasa ma hodo Nyankopon ado mu bie omoboa yen oboba yen sera ban mu ye nya sika ne de tu sana mo no na etimi boa na ye internet ho nsem etumi fa ne ntuma pa edifra Orumanyamfo Samuel Okudeta Black wa desanso na tuja wa bra wani political officer office of the US secretary edi ehia owura Alison Hooker ekomodidie mu no ene wodi nsam ituja na enu akire nso no wani Morocco man na musini di ehia na Paraguay ana musini so wani di ehia na sankita hudie we nyina no eba mu a na eye Africa Europe Financial Restructure on Maritime Development ase eno Orumanyamfo Samuel Okudeta Black wa wogina Ghana and West Africa nemu eda de sredie atumpinfo anim.
The adoption of the Yaoundé Code of Conduct, it is vital to review and reinforce our maritime security framework to meet evolving challenges and implement the historic BBNJ agreement. Only through genuine cooperation can we secure a stable and resilient maritime domain. The Yaoundé Code of Conduct has significantly shaped our security architecture, fostering cooperation, establishing multinational maritime coordination centers, and combating piracy and transnational crime. Yet, persistent gaps in maritime domain awareness hinder our progress. Despite regional information sharing initiative, vast areas remain unmonitored, allowing illegal activities to persist and threatening our marine resources. The 2024 submarine cable disruption, which crippled connectivity in Ghana and West Africa and also disrupted economic activity, exposes vulnerabilities in undersea infrastructure.
Also for her, Mononi Kitahudie hu nsem so. Ono anso ene Northton mrahye bedwani Orumanyamfo Samuel Okudeta Ablakwa nene ena atwagwe Manuel Akwale en wodi amaneboyi ebesomo yen
ebusia ye gina we so na ye twa ye hosima ye ba nsamaka ebeto aso amamo.
The luckiest everywhere for everyone.
Day. Maintain kakeko. Miniman kasa. If you say the luckiest season 3 asayaba.
Afe mami chew a kwanya obefa so nye ticket but star 712 # na di esise no so to ticket ana se ko internet no so na bo the luckiestafrica.com se bia me community tickets no so na you lucky number
ubetumi so ama system na eyibi amount share ahia wo pese wutua every 1 Ghana cedi kosi 5,000 Ghana cedi Ubetumi mpo ato ticket no ama obi foforo. Ye obi hero. Upese wutia. Enye den kra. Sa wo Ghana. For mobile money tia. Na sa wo amanone dia. For bank card tia.
Ticket Bako, Ebo Sikano, and pay a hanum 500 times. Where your massa, your pay. There will community the Benyanso. Bet me aye, and who do 10 times.
Inti yen kambom, na yen lucky, na lako baby. Shamo Hoso, and yen ma wana wondi in Fiedu watching. Luckiest Jumedie, and LA Imrate, Tre wa Caritas Lottery platform no so.
Happy delightful June. Swachilala, chichi soso. Afrana pa. Pashu breakfast and was in woman. Joe happy delightful juice against with toast, cereal, and even them cool. And you may a bread and fifi. What's the fridge man? Happy delightful juice. One of what? And you be here. I come out to relax away. So I know when you're. Let's say what a chamado. Happy delightful juice. I found a baby I bring you all day long. One fruit juice. I'm happy delight. One different flavors, different size. And you number 1 letter. Number from 150 and 250 ml. Healthy Life Shops on your supermarket. Happy Life Juice, loaded with taste.
Adie, a Jumani move big. Contracts so cost so big. If you are Bram, if you are the DPS pipes, a bird Jumano. No complaints, no excuses. Smiles in Kwa. Anti-contractors, plumbers, agency for any beer. We see DPS pipes, a connected better. No leakages. A sign chapa. Self PVC pipes, HDPE pipes, PPR pipes, DPSO, and Sansu your correct map project. Beer. Fresh ACR 0543 662 727. Pomechina Kwan was Sprintex Road, Coca-Cola Chiliwa. DPS pipes connecting you to life.
The luckiest, oh yes. Luck is everywhere, for everyone, yeah. The luckiest.
Money is life, money the key. No matter the weather, me and you are the need. Papa is sick, it comes to the money. When you get to an insufri suku, abafie. Why you do, yeah, we hear the luck.
The luckiest.
Luck is everywhere.
The luckiest.
Dial *712# and stand a chance.
The luckiest.
Buy tickets for yourself and your loved ones.
The luckiest. Bunkers, friends. Luck is everywhere. For everyone, yeah. The luckiest.
Yeah, we hear the luck.
The luckiest.
Luck is everywhere.
The luckiest. Nurses, drivers. Luck is everywhere. For everyone, yeah. The luckiest.
You could be the luckiest.
Peace FM.
Ghana this year, Mamunina Jubia Masumjefia Peace 104.3. Eso and another Wutie. Radio stations and Wutie or so by doors, Papa. Aha, and a bre, Ebeme Quine. Na Casiabono, Yedina SC. As the down command, so don't hear him, O Kaya home. Na Yede Casiabo, Ebesum war. I can come for a me. Sadat Muhammad Mene.
Gagantuan led your hinne war casse war hinne.
Yamamumo